welcome every one of you to the series two. And for those of us that participated in the series one, I believe we learned a lot and we were able to get started using Git and GitHub for everyday activities that we are doing. Maybe originally we were just I don't really know what's going on, but can you hear me now? I dropped off. I just went back. Um,
Yeah, we can hear you. It's okay.
okay, I'm sorry about that. It's anything I'm using, and it do happen sometimes. I pray it's stay back now, and it will not log me out again. Okay, so I was saying in the video that we watched, you are able to see you can get up what it's all about, the meaning and all of that. And some use cases was explained using a tractor manufacturing industry, how they collaborate, they try to interact with one another and try to exchange ideas, how they develop that tractor before it starts working for every one of them. So I will try my best to take us through the highlight of what we did in series one for those of us that missed it, and I'll show us what we are here to learn about today. Okay, so if you cannot hear me, somebody should unmute himself to tell me that you guys cannot hear me because I'm on another screen now and I may not be able to see the chat right now. Okay, so for the series one, season one, we started with the basics of Git and GitHub, how to make our first contributions to any project of our interest. We set up a repository that day, and we are going to see that repository in a bit because it's the same repo that we are going to be using for this series two. And for the second episode in season one, which we call season two, actually, we talk about the in depth of GitHub, the concept behind it, and what's going on, and all of that. I need to be switched to be confirming that I'm live. Okay, and season three we talk about project management, milestone, and sprint. Though we are unable to go in depth into this season three and four during the series one, and I promise us, if you cooperate and you are forthcoming, I think we should be able to go through the project management part of Git and GitHub, how we can use GitHub to manage our project and all of that. Um, how we can create a milestone, how we can create sprints, how we can try to manage them together with our issues and all of that. Okay. Then in season four, we talk about roles management. That thing is blacked out. I'm sorry. Not intending showing it. Okay. Season four, we talk about managing roles and Git and GitHub organization. Somebody's saying anything. I think this class should be recorded. Sure, it's recorded. It's recorded, but I'm not promising us. If you are staying very long on this call, it will be very big, like 1 gig, 2 gig, and I will leave it to us. If you can see later, I'll know if you check it out. Okay. So in season four, we plan to look at role management, how we can manage role, how we can create organization, how the two work together. Okay. So I'm going to be explaining everything again. So this is the ugly guy behind the camera. So I'm Rashid Mudasiru, and some people say it's not Mudasiru, it's Mudasiru. So anyhow, so that's my name, and I'm a GitHub campus expert, Google Cloud innovators. I do front end a bit. So I have my boss here, I use my mentor in web development. And if you you want to hit me up on GitHub, that's my GitHub profile. On LinkedIn, you can search Rashid Munasu, you should hit me up, or you go to the URL on the screen, linkedin.com/in/Rashid Taiwo. On Twitter, I still remain even in that field, so that's IBN underscore MUDATHIR. Okay, so presently, not long ago, I became a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. Okay, so presently, I'm doing ambassador role for Microsoft, telling people about their services, how students can learn from their services and all of that, and giving people access to what you call certification that's offered by Microsoft. So if you have any certification you want to take in Microsoft and you need content, you need any help, you can reach out to me. I should be able to help in that aspect. Okay. So in season one, we have three seasons from the series one that we had. So first season in series one, we talked about history of GitHub, and how does it started, why was it started, and all of that. Okay. So for those of us that missed that, if you are interested in learning more about that, I would say, oh, we should request for the recording. I think we still have the recording available. We talked about git command, git init, git add, git commit, git, and all other commands associated to beginner level, where what you need to contribute to a particular project, to maintain a particular project. So we try to do that in season one of series one. And we talked about fog as a kind of term that we use in Git. People will be like, "Oh, what does this mean?" I think in series one, somebody was listening to my conversation, and when I finished the class, the person just comes to me and say, "I had this saying for what's the meaning of that?" I was like, "Oh, it's just a term. Those guys that come up with this, they are kind of, I mean, their mood when they are developing it, they are just using words the way they like and the way it comes to their mind. So first is just to just make a copy of something. Okay, let's say I have my system. You want to make a copy of that system, you can copy my system to have a copy. That's the Then pull request is when you made a contribution or you made a changes to something and you want to tell the owner that, oh, I've made these changes and I want you to check it, and if you like it, you can have it. So we talk about first contribution. That's what we did in season one. And series one, season two, we talked about how to review pull requests as a maintainer. If you create a project, you want people to contribute, how you can review their PR, how you can match their PR, issues creation, how to set up a discussion, how to set up everything that is necessary to be set up while creating a repository for people to contribute in. Okay, and how you can talk about discussion, and we talk about Markdown. That was series one, season two. And Markdown, I think all of us we've done that because I think what I start that we should try to create a profile. I may be too fast, I'm sorry, that's how I normally talk. Okay. So I'm trying to learn how to speak slowly. But today's class we are out of time. I need to write it so we can move faster. Okay, Markdown. That readme just MD that was created is what we call a Markdown file. Okay, those hash that we are writing, those dash and all of that syntax that we are writing, they are the Markdown I will know. And in season three, we talk about practical ways of contributing to an open source project, and we try to check on how we can check repository to contribute to. After finding the repository, what we need to do, where we need to check. Though it was not very explanatory then because of time and network issue that day, and I believe in this series too, we should be able to go in depth of all what we discussed in season one. So I'll be showing us what we have in series two. Okay, so this is series two. Welcoming us again to the series two. Somebody will be like, oh, that's what we have in series one school. So what's now the difference? Okay, so now in this stage now, I believe we've all had experience. So in phase one, I've seen every one of us we've had the experience of how we can contribute to a particular project. It's working now. Give me a second, please. Oh, I'm sorry in that break. Okay, sorry. Some people will be like, okay, what will now be the difference between what we did in season one and what we want to do now? Okay. So we talked about basic of Git and GitHub. We talked about basic of Git and GitHub, and we try to look at what's it called, um, the basic Git commands like Git push, Git add, and all of that. Okay, we are going to see more of their use cases now, how they are important, how they can be used, and what they are necessary for, and how they come up with them. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is we are going to go in depth of all of these concepts that we talked about in season one. Okay, so we talked about the basic of Git and GitHub, how to make your first pull request, and we talked about the in depth of GitHub, talking about issues, talking about PR, and all of that. And project management, we were unable to cover this in season one very well. So I'll be showing us. GitHub just released a beta version of what's it called, a project, okay, GitHub project, and it's out from like very cool, and you can it's like an Excel document that you can edit, you can hide, you can track, and all of that. So I'll be showing us all of that. And at the end of the day, the last episode, we'll be talking about managing roles management, and GitHub organization, how you can create organization. So GitHub organization is like an office. Okay, maybe you want to start your company. Okay, you need to get an office. Okay. Getting an office, that particular office, we have a set of rules. People that will come in, people that you accept in, and all of that. No, somebody from somewhere cannot just come in one day and start talking to you anyhow. Okay, but basically, you have some access, some control access to that particular organization that you are facing. Okay, so when we get there, I will try my best to explain a lot of this. And with that, I would like to hear from us. If you have any question as regards that, we are welcome for our question and all of that. So, thank you so much for your time. Hello, do we have any question? I'm expecting us either you speak or you type it into the chat so that I can. Yes, you can ask anything as regards this and because yeah, you can ask any question. Okay, somebody is asking. He said, "What is I think I can put up this camera now. Said what is software engineering actually? Okay, so software engineering basically is an aspect in computer science. Okay, so when we talk of software engineering, we have different kinds of software that we use. Let me start from there so that we can get it right. Okay, for instance, now we are on Google Meet. This Google Meet that we are using right now is a software. Okay, there are a set of people that come together to make this possible. Okay, we have the front end guy that design the interface, that we see that hand to click and we see that button and mic button to know that oh, I've mixed myself, I've unmixed myself, and all of that. Okay, so software engineering is a very broad topic that consists of a series of steps, a series of people coming together to make up something to provide a solution to what uh, people need to provide a particular solution. Okay, let me just do a little start of the definition for us. Okay, so Wikipedia definition is telling us this. Let me see if I can copy it out. Okay, no. Wikipedia definition is telling us software engineering is a systematic, okay, it's a systematic engineering approach to software development. Okay, and he said a software engineer is a person who applies the principle of software engineering to design, develop, maintain, test. So, basic concept that we need to get is this. What I'm putting into the chat right now. I'm dropping something into the chat for us right now. So, what software engineering is all about is this design, development, maintaining, test, evaluating of computer software. So that's the basic definition of software engineering. So now people will be like, okay, I can remember I was with one of my lecturer one day and he was like, "Hmm, there's no, if you did not go to university, you cannot be in software engineering. Okay, you cannot be an engineer." That was the starting point of discussion. Was like some people will go and learn something on the roadside and they'll be calling themselves engineer. He said they are not really an engineer, they are technicians. So they may know it, they may know the practical aspect of it, but then those people that are even go to still go to school to learn it, they are more professional than them and they know more things than them. Okay. So basically they know design, they know development, they know how to maintain code and code bases and system and all of that. They know how to test them, maybe to write an automated test, and they can also evaluate a particular system to know that oh, this system is suitable for user. User can use it without any issue. Okay, so that's basically what software engineering is all about. I think I don't know. Maybe that answers our question, or you still need more clarification. So anytime you hear software engineering, these are the things that should come to your mind. Design, talk of UI UX guys, the product management guys, the project and product design guys, talk of development, those front end, back end guys, DevOps engineers, and if you are talking about maintaining and testing and evaluating, you will be referring to DevOps guys. Those guys are in charge of operation system and what's it called and development. So they are the one more focused on maintaining, testing, and evaluating. And development, you talk about the front end guy and back end guys. For the design, you talk about product manager, product design, UI UX guy. I think that answers our question. Uh, what we know before. Do we still have any other question? Any question? I think Ali, you can ask his question right now. He said he has one question. Mm,
Yeah, yeah. Hello, can you hear me now?
sure, definitely.
So actually, my question was, actually there was one time like that too. I was trying to check senior developers GitHub at least to know, okay, what's the content on their GitHub and what sort of energy have they put in as in on their GitHub pages. So I noticed that most of those senior developers and even open source gurus, like most of them, their GitHub, their repo is not that much. If you go to their repo, you only find probably few, maybe probably something like 10 repo or something like that. Sometimes have not even up to 20. And you see like they are a senior engineers and something as software developers. So I'm wondering, was that stuff that at least so like let me say junior developer should know about having whether you should have as many as much repo or you should have lesser repo and you should put in some sort of energy to the repo, something like that.
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you for that question. I think it's a good question. Sometimes it's a bit confusing. It be like, but this person is a guru. If you check Linus Torvalds, the creator of Git, you check his profile on GitHub, you hardly see more repository there. That's true. And if you see some people that you know that oh, these people are actually some people that we know they are into this industry, like they are good, they are working every day and night. But you find it difficult to see a repository on much repository on their profile. Okay, that is so because most of the thing they work on is based on organization repo. Okay, if you are working on an organization repository, it will not be showing on your profile. Okay, it will be as it will be private. Okay, if you are an organization with another person, okay, it's only that person that can have access to repository that you have access to. It's like a physical office. Okay, if I'm not in your office, I should not know what's going on in your office. Okay, I think that makes sense. But then uh people that we are in the office together can know that, oh, this is what Rashid is doing today, and this is what we will be doing tomorrow, this is what we did yesterday, and all of that. Okay, but then if you are creating an GitHub organization, when we get there, we are going to see most of those people that we know that they are very good, but we find out that they are no much repository on their profile is because they are working under our organization. So I'll be searching somebody for us and be sharing screen for that. Let me share a tab. If you want to consider what somebody is doing, how somebody is doing well as regards all this text and all this contribution on GitHub, let me see. What you need to check is not really the repository the persons have, or what's it called? Let me see somebody. Who can I search? Let me search this my what's it called? My program manager. So you can see this guy has 56 repository. We are not after the repository that you have. That's not the case. But if you want to know how active the person is, this is where you come to. Okay, this person has had 7,258 contributions in last year. Okay, that was last year report. And if you see this year alone, you can see what he did, how he's active, and all of that. So if you want to know how well somebody is doing and how well somebody is contributing to certain things, or doing well, writing code every day, so this is where you go to. This is May. We are in May. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So he was able to contribute, make contribution on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that's the report. So you can go ahead and be checking every year. 2021, you can see how it look like. 2022, you can see how. 2019, you can see how scanty it is. 2018, you can see 2017, and all of that. So you want to know how somebody is active, how active somebody is on GitHub. You are not looking at the number of repositories. You come and see the number of contributions the person has made so far. I think that answers your question. But if you still need more clarification, I should be able to do that again. So as regards Mohammed's question, Mohammed said, is it possible for somebody as a particular person to be a software engineer? Okay, the question will now be like, okay, we are going to school. We know that we have chemical engineering, we have mechatronic engineering, and all other engineering stuff. The question will now be, okay, can somebody call himself mechatronic engineer? Okay, we know under mechatronics alone, we have tons of fields, tons of expertise, and all of that that somebody can focus on. Likewise, in software engineering, the same way we have all of that, we have people that can know a bit of all of them. Okay, maybe through experience and all of that. Okay, those people that have a bit of experience on them and they take a certification exam and they were able to pass the exam, then they can pass them software engineering. So that's why some people will say, oh, I'm not a software engineer, I'm rather a software developer. Okay, so they know that, oh, they are trying to tell us that, oh, what I do is I develop. Okay, maybe it's a front end guy or back end guy or it's a full stack developer. So we'll be saying, okay, I'm a developer, I'm a software developer, rather than calling me a software engineer. But it's true, we can have somebody that can have all these encompasses, that can have all this knowledge. It may not be in depth, but we have the experience in them, how they work, and all of that. So we can call that kind of person a software engineer. So that's the difference between software engineer and software developer. I think that should be able to answer your question a bit more. So with all these, okay, I think I've answered that question. Do we have any other question? Please 552. And we need to do this in a bit. Do you have any question again?
Also, the GitHub student package you mentioned. So I don't know.
So if you are on your system or your phone with me, kindly go to this URL I want to post in the chat. So I will share my screen and we'll do it together. So, student pack. So basically, as a GitHub campus expert that I do, okay. So what it means is that we have various programs for people. We are basically to support students that are interested in learning every aspect of software development to encourage them. Let me put it in the chat for sharing my screen. Okay, so you can click that link in the chat and then we go through to it together. GitHub education. Yeah. So basically, what we do is we support students to learn various technology, and we discover that there are a lot of things that they need to learn. Okay, maybe access to courses, paid courses. There are paid courses online, and we know most students are not working. Okay, they are just enthusiastic to learn. Like the enthusiasm is there for them to learn. So we are looking for a way to support them, and one of the way is the GitHub student track. So you click on this get student benefit, and if you have a teacher or a lecturer that you want to invite, you can tell them to come and get teachers benefits. Okay, we are clicking on get student benefits because we are students. Okay, suppose we create a unique URL for us, but then I will try to follow up from every one of us at the end of the day. Yeah, you can now see my own profile. When I applied in 2021, I was rejected. Like the reason being that I was not using my student email, and my school did not give me a valid ID card. The ID card we were given has expired. Some people can testify of that because you will be asked to snap the front and back of the ID card. You do not have student email, okay, because it's a student package. Okay, so and you can see my email here. I'm using my personal email. So I was rejected first time, second time. Okay, so this was my first time in 2020. So basically, and until I talked to one of them to help me review, and he was like, "Oh, we know you to be an expert, campus expert. You don't need to check whether you are still a student or not." That was how I got accepted. So I want to show all those benefits first before we register. So can see if you are interested in applying for GitHub Campus website, be somebody like you can come here and take calls and do the necessary things. I think the application is now open now. When it's open, you can come and check that one out. So I'm clicking this guy and so that we can see the benefit. Number one thing is Canva. Canva is for those guys that are designing graphic design. Yeah, graphic design to be precise. You can create what's it called? You can see their description here. They say with Canva, anyone can create professional looking graphics design featuring thousands of templates and easy to use editor. So if you are able to get this, you will get 12 months subscription to this particular design platform, Canva. Have access to all those premium stuff that they have there. Okay, for those that are developing, Namecheap is where you can get a domain name, .com, .ng, all of that. I don't know, maybe they have .ng, but they have .com and all of that. You can get that. If you come with an SSL certificate for a year and other benefits, you can come here and explore a lot. For those of us that know Digital Ocean is a cloud service that you can use to host your API, your front end, and all of that. Okay, so these are the things that is there. Micro access to Microsoft Azure. Somebody was asking of, oh, how can they have access to Microsoft Azure? So you'll be given access to Microsoft Azure if this application is being accepted from you, and you have access to 25 Microsoft Azure cloud services plus $100 Azure credit. Okay, so all of that. JetBrain, name.com. This is another domain name system that you can get a .com that you can use to host anything, maybe your portfolio and all of that. You can have access to premium VS Code, premium Bootstrap Studio, educative learning platform where you can have access to courses and all of that. So I would advise every one of us come here to explore. everything. If you are front end and you've not taken a course in front end master or more, you are missing, and it's not free. For you to have it for free, you have to come here, register, and get access to GitLab live consult and everything. So it's good for us to come and check this out. If you want to apply, just come here, student program, get your student developer pack. Okay, let me click on this. Okay, so this one bring me to this. I think I'm going to come back here. Okay, I don't know this screen yet. Can see. You cannot see the screen I have now, so I will close this guy. Then come here to share my screen. Let me just verify. Give me a second, please. I'm trying to share another screen. Okay. So the link I sent will brought you here. So immediately you click it, you have access to this page. Okay. Then coming to this page, you can come over here. Then you click on sign up for student pack. Okay. Then you follow the application. Okay. So you try to follow that. It's because I've applied before. If I'm to show you the whole process, I think I will have to open this in incognito mode so that let me do that. Open prices, open prices. Okay, Paris, Paris.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Actually, I also applied that to 2021. So actually, I was having that issue of that school mail of 18. You understand? So it was my
Sorry,
personal
I didn't get
email.
that question. Okay,
Uh,
personal email.
yes, that's what I'm using for my GitHub. So I was having that same issue that you talked about. And now I don't
Okay,
know,
okay.
is there any other way I can manipulate it or something like that?
And you are not a student.
I'm not a student currently.
Uh,
And actually,
uh,
it's because of that front end master. That's why I'm even always like eager to get that student package stuff. So I don't
all
know,
right.
is there any
We
way
can,
I can
we can chat on that. Let's chat on that and see what we can do.
now?
Let's chat on that immediately after the call or anytime you have to.
Okay.
It's 6 o'clock already, so I want to show us how we can go about the application and all of that. And we'll leave this call. Let me see if I can share it out. This private of copy. Give me a second. Or let me see if this private of copy. This is public. I don't want to. Let me show you the instead. Okay, I think I'm there. It's coming up. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you click on this sign up, then so you'll be brought to this page. I can say, okay, get student benefit. For those of us that do not use our student email to register for the GitHub account we created before, we have to link them together. So I think I have one sheet. Hey, okay, on my everything student email, but actually I can't remember the password. I can't. I'm very sure. Yeah, I remember my password. Let me see if I can do this and see. We are getting late. I need to make this late. Um, pick a glass. Somebody should pick a glass for me. Okay, this should be a glass now. Yeah, pick a glass, please. Oh, that's cool. Send password. There we set password. Let me check others. check your email. That's what I want to do. Try to because is somebody coming in? Or is sorry. You. So I'm trying to check my email and okay, it's not going to. Something expired. Are you keeping me? Yeah, it's coming up. Give me a second to verify that account. Or just keep with the screen. You can see person time. So this is CY. I think you guys can hear my password. Enjoy it while it lasts. Yeah, well, yeah, this is the correct. I'm trying to reset the password. Okay, well, what is? Woo! Okay, which screen can you guys? Okay, you can see a screen that is not available on my. So return to sign in. Yeah, I'm getting another error. Basically, after you've been able to sign in here, so if you don't have an account before, I would advise creating a. I believe every one of us have a GitHub account because we've done that task before. So try to fill in your details. So I need to go back. What's this? Um, so what you need to do is just click here and follow the procedure. You will be having a full detail. If you have any issue, you can come on to the GitHub WhatsApp group to ask any question and any issue. And if you are using your personal email, to open your that you use your personal email to create your GitHub account before. So you will have, there will be a space for you to add your student email. Okay, but if you don't have student email, like some people, and you have school ID card, you can snap the front and back of your school ID card. But you must be sure that the date on that particular ID card is very correct. Not that you will, the date will be 2021 and we are in 2022. If it is like that, it will not be accepted. So after every one of us applied, so I request every one of us to send in our username. After you've applied, you can send me your username in my DM. I will try to follow up, tell the guys that will accept it to view your submission early and try to what's it called to accept it for you. And if there is any clarification they want to make, I should be there for you to answer. Okay. What should be the input for the question? How do you plan to make it up? Okay, you can normally I normally put to collaborate, to collaborate, to teach, to and your imagination you can put anything there. So what you think can use it up for? Is there any question? Because we are out of our time already. Any other question? Do we have question at all? Is there any question? Nobody is speaking. Nobody is typing. We are busy applying for because education student pass.
Yeah, I think Waris just joined. I don't know if he has any question.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Thank you. Boss. I I will have to type my question because where am I? The There's a bit of audio influence. Please, sir.
sorry, I just left that by the network. Can you guys hear me now? Let me see. I'm coming. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes,
you.
I
I
cannot hear
hello,
anybody.
hello, Mudassir, can you hear me?
Oh, I
yes, we
cannot
can hear you.
leave as my thing is not connected. You, I'm coming. I'm trying to connect my mic to my phone because my system is not connecting back.
Mudassir, hello,
Sorry.
Mudassir, are you here?
Just give me a second. I will solve that now. Okay. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes,
Ah, okay. Thank God. So I think we can end the call now because we
Eh,
are done.
Hello, Mudassir.
Do you have any other question? Yeah.
Yeah, there is a question in the chat box, so I don't know if you can see
Okay.
that.
I can't
So
see it.
from
Help me
what
read
is
it out, please.
okay, he said, please can I have a recap of the class? So that's from Waris.
Oh, I'll actually we'll be sharing the recording of this session with us, every one of us on the group. If you are able to check it out, we're not saying much on the during the class. We'll just introduce what we want to do, how we want to do it, and we'll start answering people's questions. Anybody that have general question in software engineering, on anything related to data and stuff, that's what we do basically. So that's what we have been doing, and we end it with an application for Git and the GitHub student pack. Okay, so that's what we make us doing, and that's what we do throughout the class. But then I'll
Okay,
be sharing the recording.
okay, thank you very much, sir.
All right, so welcome, sir. We're recording it today right now. I really appreciate every one of us for coming. Wais, Mohammed, Ali, Latifa, and one other person. We got one other person. So thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate every one of us. I think we learned one or two things, maybe through the question and answer, and we are longing for many things from the class. And I promise, I plan to be at home this evening, but unfortunately, I'm still outside. I'm still outside rather, and I'm trying to make my and all those background noise that you are hearing because of where I am. So I can't do anything to them. That's and I appreciate every one of us for managing that out for us. Till next time that we meet very soon. This is going to be weekly. For the episode 2 next week, we'll be starting the full in depth of it and talk on how important they are and all of that. So with that, since there's no question, I want to call it a day. Bye everyone. Bye for now. Thank you so much for coming. In Arabic they will say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
alaikum salam wa barakatuh.